Good morning, brilliant scholars, and welcome to Corona Day 82. Let's take a break just for a second and take a look at my image there behind me. Look at the sky this morning. It is just absolutely gorgeous. I should be off in a field somewhere taking pictures, but I'm not. I am here for you guys. Speaking of skies, take a look at the skies in the background of the image of today. Looks like I forgot to change. It still says Yellowstone. That is actually the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse, one of the most beautiful campuses if you ever get a chance to go out there. And I have that image on today because today would have been the state championship for track and field, and that's what it looks like. And it was going to be a gorgeous day today, so I'm certainly missing it. I know my athletes who would have qualified are devastated. So a salute to them, but let's get into what's going on around the United States and closer to home. So first and foremost, Summerfest. A lot of you guys will be disappointed that Summerfest has been officially called off. They had originally pushed it back to September, and now they have just decided that they're not going to do it. My guess is because of crowd size. Now we are moving towards allowing more things. Waukesha, the city of Waukesha, or the county of Waukesha, said that we can now gather in groups of 100. That's a huge change, a huge, huge change that will open up the opportunity for a lot more things. Oddly enough, if you look at numbers of cases, we have way more cases than we have had. Percentages have been down. One stat I did dig up, especially because I don't want to have all depressing stuff for you guys, is 0%. I was looking at the stats today out of USA Today. Wisconsin stats say 0% of Wisconsin kids have perished from coronavirus. So there has not been a case of it. One of the things I kind of brought up in my speech for graduation is you guys have made, especially our seniors, a lot of sacrifices for this particular disease, even though it is not drastically affecting people in your age bracket. What could affect people in your age bracket? Well, I guess if an asteroid hit the United States, it's kind of an equal opportunity destroyer. I shouldn't say the United States, maybe the world. There are 3 asteroids that will be close to Earth in June. The likelihood of actually hitting Earth is very slim, so don't freak out. Protests continue to rage on. There are all sorts of positive stories out of protests and all sorts of negative stories out of protests. You could find whatever. Fox News today ran this story. If you saw it, it was somewhat sad. I mean, it's hard to know what the whole scene was, but this 75-year-old guy gets knocked down, is bleeding out of his ears as the police walk past him. Pretty brutal. They do eventually render aid for the man, but I believe he is still in critical condition today. So there's the news. Let's talk about what's going on for today. History class, you guys have your tests. Hopefully that goes well. I think people who study will do just fine, and that'll wrap up our testing portion of class. Um, yeah, that's all you got to do. So global relation, you guys still obviously have your papers. I'm still missing a bunch of those. Please, 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 please. I've given you more, way more time than we normally would have had for that. Normally that's like a 2 day in class type of thing. We've had like 2 weeks to do that, so there shouldn't be any excuse not to have your papers. All right, we'll wrap it up. Happy Friday, guys. Have a great, gorgeous weekend. Stay out of trouble.